Hello there, good sir and or lady. If you're watching this, then this is the behind the scenes kind of look at what the video I did composed of, as in, you know, hand details, hand drawn recreations, everything, blah blah blah, effects, you know, added little things, spectrums, whatever. But yeah, all this is basically hand drawn except the background right there, the purple stars, whatever, that I got offline, online, DeviantArt, someone's channel. I'll look it up again and see if I can find it. If I can't, then I'm sorry. I give you credit. It looks really good though. I appreciate you for making it and letting me use it though. Appreciate it. As you can see though, I'm doing a bunch of different effects. That's all handmade. It's kind of in similar geometry retrospect to the video itself. The shapes are, you know, near perfect. They're similar in all contrast to the video. It's not exactly the same. I tried making it look exactly the same, but I obviously can't because I don't have that much talent slash the materials that they have to do so. So I kind of improvised a bit, you know, used a bunch of different mask layers and lighting and different resources. Like the pumpkin thing, I had to have 3 layers of that, excluding the 4th layer in the back, which is the, you know, the stage itself. I'm just gonna say stage because I don't know the word. But yeah, and this is the inside. This is what I'm talking about. This is the second scene, the inside of the pumpkin thing. I don't even know what it's called. I don't know. It looks like a pumpkin, so I'm assuming. But yeah, all those little dots you saw right there, all those squares, they're all individual lights, and you see that in a second. But there's an audio spectrum in the back and on the bottom. I'm taking that off to show you the background itself. It's a cave kind of, but I edited it a bit in Photoshop to make it a little different. I also masked it, the center and the back, so it looks red, and to give it some contrast to the lights so you can see it pop out a bit. Yeah, all those blue dots again, or the lighting, all those individual lights I handmade myself. I had to listen to the music, pause it, and kind of just feel the beat. I couldn't really synchronize it with the audio spectrum like it did there with the audio, so I had to just hand do it myself, because it, you know, in After Effects you can't listen to music or any type of noise while you edit something. So it's kind of like you have to use RAM preview, pause it, and then edit, and then RAM preview it again, pause and edit. Like the audio spectrum here, you see all the bouncing lines and everything, that's in sync with the audio. So I couldn't do that with the lights to make them appear and disappear. I had to just kind of do that by myself, which I do there. And these are the characters of myself. I had to mask it twice. One layer is dark and the other layer is just the face. It's default. And then I had them move in different directions, left and right. And the one in the center is kind of just a standpoint to where it's pushing forward, so it gives the theater a little bit of depth. That's the word, theater. I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier. But yeah, I try to make it look as similar as possible, and I gave it some detail. I gave it some lights. I gave it some contrast, you know, especially this one. This one looks really good. So in the original video, you don't see 3 persons. You see 1 up close to the face. I was losing definition on that. Like this one has high detail because I purposely drew the face up close. The other one, I drew the face individual, so I couldn't really zoom in without the quality being lost. So, and you know, this one looks really good though. This one, and same thing, similar to the video. The particle effects are there. You see the character standing still. The camera's a little bit shaky. I might have forgotten to add that part. I'm not exactly sure. But there's a couple different layers of lighting that I, again, handmade myself because I just don't have the resources like they do. Had to kind of improvise a bit. The feathering is all there and everything. There's a tablet. You see in the video as well. In the original video and in my video, the parody video, you see my tablet last a lot longer than in their video. The reason for that is because I didn't get lazy. I didn't forget to add their scene after the tablet and then back to the tablet. I just want to purposely have the tablet there to show or represent what my channel does and what it's about. So I made mine last a little bit longer in duration, just to show you that, you know, I animate. Obviously I have different you know, I just have different combinations of things that I do on my channel. I'm not bipolar. That's not what that second character is. That's my twin brother Jason right there. He's the white haired, I'm the regular dark haired character. So I'm just kind of giving it, you know, a little bit of a feel to it, and then I'm using the distort map right there. With this one is pretty interesting. So I had to kind of make them zoom up. I had to make the wings. I don't really know how to animate very well 2D wise because I'm using Macromedia Flash 8. First time using it, I made the little alien thing, And then the very next day after I made the alien thing, I somehow went professional. Not professional, but I went a little bit more than mediocre. And I made the wings animate a bit more. Because I know how to use keyframes. I've done animations before in 3D, so I know how to use keyframes and everything. It's just that, you know, I had to kind of animate 2D characters. I never done that before. Pretty interesting. Going from making something really poopy of an alien saying hi to making this. But it's just over layers, especially. It's just layering it. And then if you didn't see that in the background, I just used a the theater as before. And this one is really interesting because the audio spectrum, I had to manually wrap it around my logo. I couldn't really automatically defaultly do it, so I used the distort map for that one as well. As you can see, it, you know, it bulges in and out to give it some kind of depth, and it, for a PNG or just a regular image, it really makes an illusion to where the stars move. Other than that, that's basically all I did. I used a lot of different techniques that I'm self-taught. I used a couple YouTube videos, especially with the audio spectrum, because it's just really cool. So I kind of had to rush it a bit to get the video going. It's not exactly the same as the other video. It's my own little parody video for my own little channel. I'm trying to maybe use it as, like, you know, an intro, but 31 seconds long is a little bit too long for me. I can't really shorten it down just because the music is defaultly that long from my favorite part from start to finish. So, you know, I just made the video. I thought it looked really cool. I'm testing out different effects. I'm learning a lot more in After Effects. I'm learning a lot more in Cinema 4D, and learning a lot more in Macromedia Flash 8. I'm just learning, and I love that. I love learning about animation, and I'm putting that to the test. I'm using skill and knowledge that I had before, and I'm just putting it down on the table because it's really cool and interesting to do things like that and make what you want to make come alive. It's really interesting. But yeah, that's just a little bit of behind the scenes, kind of what I did. I hope you guys I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later in another video. Hopefully not that long.